Hi everyone, it's John from What Up. Welcome back to another video, and thanks to WOTSERIES.com, we have some more casting news for Season 3 of The Wheel of Time. They've uncovered 3 new faces that we're filming in South Africa. Now, while we don't know the roles these actors and actresses are playing, we do know their backgrounds, what they're good at, and where they were filming, so that narrows it down just a little bit. So we'll talk just a bit about who they are, what they're good at, and what they may be doing in the show. I'll do a bit of speculation in today's video. And we also have a couple of pretty big announcements. The first one is you can finally have your own What Up shirt. Yes, I've broken down and I've started a store. It's one of those things that I've had a couple of comments in every single video for a very, very long time. How to get your own What Up t-shirt. So I went over to Fourth Wall and I created a store. The link is down below in the description box if you folks want to take a look. Only a couple of pieces of merch. I'll show them at the end of the video and we'll talk about it a bit more. And the other big announcement is WoTIdol. So at the end of the video, we're going to talk just a bit about WoTIdol. Yes, it is coming. And for those of you who don't know what it is, well, you're in for a treat because we'll talk about it at length at the end of the video. So stay tuned after we talk about the cast for those more information on those 2 announcements. All right, so if you're new to the channel and you have no idea what's going on here, well, we talk Wheel of Time all the time. That is what we do here. Specifically the show, although we do talk about the book series as well. Big healthy dose of rumors, leaks, official news, speculation, and some explained stuff too. So we talk about the book series and explain some things that happen in the show that maybe aren't explained so well on screen. Now, we do all of that here. If you like that sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And of course, tell a couple of your friends. I'm pretty terrible at selling myself on the channel, and I say that in almost every video, but you guys are doing a fantastic job. We've had a whole bunch of new faces sub to the channel this last month, and I want to thank you all very much for joining us on this lovely adventure that we call the longing in between seasons of the Wheel of Time. We'll try to fill it with some interesting content for you folks. That being said, I do have to give a bit of spoiler warning before I get into the video, since we're talking about cast members for Season 3, so spoiler warning. In today's video, we're talking about elements of Season 3 of Sony and Amazon's Wheel of Time show. So if you haven't seen the first 2 seasons, or read the first 4 books of Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time series, as the Eye of the World Through the Shadow Rising, be forewarned, I may ruin plot points and character arcs from both of those mediums. That being said, let's get on to the rest of the video. All right, so first off, I want to start by recognizing WOTSERIES.com. Hats off to them for this. For those of you who are new to the fandom, new to the channel, new to the Wheel of Time, perhaps, they are the backbone of the entire fandom all the time. So most of the information and news comes from them. I do get the odd occasional tidbit leak and casting stuff here and there. They do most of the heavy lifting when it comes to this stuff. And they are no way affiliated with Sony or Amazon. They do all of this on their own dime. They put their own money, blood, sweat, and tears into this just for the love of the fandom and love of the show and love of the Wheel of Time. So when you're done with this video, please go to their channel, go to their Instagram, go to their Facebook, go to their X account, follow them, tell them how awesome they are, and support them in any way you can, because they're absolutely fantastic people, and I'm lucky to call them friends. All right, enough gushing about WOTSERIES. Let's talk about the information that was in this article. So there are 3 new cast members they discovered, and these cast members all were seen in and around the filming in South Africa. The first one we talk about today is Nukaka Koster Waldu. Now, I may mispronounce some of these names. I do apologize if I do. She is a Greenlandic actress. She was born in 1971, and she has been recognized for a number of different Greenlandic television, film, and theater productions that she's been a part of. Now, what's interesting about this is she is incredibly talented, but she may not be well known in North America or the UK, but she is very well known in her own country and in other parts of the world. So Wheel of Time has done a very, very good job of taking talent that either has not much in their CV, but they are very good at their job, they're very good at acting, or people who are well recognized in their own countries, but maybe haven't hit that international threshold yet, and they bring them to the forefront of the screen, and they all work really well together. So the casting for the show so far has been spot on, and I'm really excited to see how she interacts with other cast members on screen, because she is such a talented actress. I will note that she's also a composer, and she has been known to compose music, so keep that in the back of your mind as well. Now, since we're talking South Africa, we know that in South Africa, a couple of different things were filmed. So they filmed a large portion of the waste scenes there. So there were stuff both in studio and on location. So there were some outside shots like at Atlantis Dunes, some other locales that were very waste-like. We've seen a ton of leaked footage and photos from those areas that showcase people in IEL costume, people in sweat tents. We also seen some stuff that pretty much implied that we're getting flashback scenes, which we kind of knew anyway because um, when we get the episode titles that I talked about in my last video, we know that Rand is likely going to go to Rodian and step through the glass columns, and we'll see that on screen just from an episode title alone. That, coupled with the fact that we've seen leaks of people that looked like Aiel but were dressed in the same costumes that Ashamael had worn in the first and the second season, which was Age of Legends garb, probably getting some flashback stuff. So she could be part of the Waste, she could be part of the flashbacks, or she could be part of other things that were filmed in and around the studios. There may have been some stuff filmed for Tenchico in some of these studios. There may have been some other things filmed that we're not completely aware of that haven't really been leaked yet. So keep that in mind as well. If I had to choose a role for her, I think she would make an excellent Aes Sedai. I think she would make an excellent Wise One as well. So keep those two things in the back of your mind. I think she'd probably do well with both of those, although we're not entirely sure what her role is. All right, so the next actress that WoTSeries.com uncovered was Synnøve Merete Lund. She is an actress from Norway. She was born in 1976, and she's been acting since 2004. And she's been in a ton of things, like her CV is huge. It's very, very long. She's probably best known for the Netflix series Ragnarok. If you haven't seen that, it's a really great watch. Something to note about her, I'm trying to note something a little bit special about each one of these cast members. So, Nukaka was a composer, but she was also very stately and very well composed on screen, which is why I thought she might be a Wise One or perhaps an Aes Sedai. Synnøve is tall. She's over 6 feet, and I'm not saying that she's going to be playing an Aiel, but she certainly has the build and the height for an Aiel on screen, and we know we're going to see a ton of Aiel in the Waste. So my guess is she's probably going to be playing an Aiel. I would hope she's playing a Maiden of the Spear, and I would hope that it would be one of the Maidens of the Spear that we get to see for quite some time. Now, in the book series, Rand has his sort of, I guess you'd call them an honor guard, but they're not really that. They carry his honor of all of the Maidens of the Spear. So he is the child of a maiden, and they kind of took him in as his own, and they will protect him with their life. So he's always surrounded by maidens, but there's a few of them in the book series that really stand out. And we don't know how many of them we're going to get on screen. We know we have already seen Avienda. We've already seen Bane and Chiad, and they are going to be in season 3. We've seen them on set already. Bane and Chiad are in the Two Rivers, and Avienda was in the Waste scenes with Rand, Moiraine, Lan, and Egwene. So there's bound to be other Aiel, and I think she's likely to be playing a Maiden of the Spear. So this is where I want you folks to come up with who you think she's going to be playing in the comments down below. If she's a Maiden of the Spear, which one? Remember, there are a couple that follow Rand around for a fair bit, and there's some that are very important to other people's stories that may or may not be in the Waste. Again, we haven't seen Matt in the Waste, so no Donald Finn, so I don't think we're going to see a certain Dark Friend Maiden of the Spear, but let me know in the comments down below who you think she may be playing in the 3rd season. All right, so now we have the 3rd and arguably one of the easiest fan casted people for the 3rd season. This is Bjorn Landberg. He is a German actor, voice actor, and musician. Remember that part, musician. And he's been acting and making art since 2005 and living off of his art since then. He started in a ton of different things. So he's done a bunch of musicals. He was Kerchak in Tarzan. He was Gaston in Beauty and the Beast. He's done some dubbing for his own native language, for Ozark, X-Men, Preacher, a bunch of big name shows he's done dubbing for. He's done various voiceovers as well for his own native language, like Hell's Kitchen, Toy Hunter. If you don't remember Toy Hunter, look it up. Oh my god, I love Toy Hunter. I super did. I am sad that it went away after a couple seasons. And he's a musician of some note. So if you look at his webpage, which I'll leave down below in the description box if you folks want to check out his site, it does have an option to translate it into English. It's all in German. He's linked to a number of different YouTube videos of his songs, and he's really good. So he is a fantastic musician, and if you take a look at him, I would have to guess. And I mean, X this afternoon was all abuzz about who he could be playing, and everyone was saying Asmodean, Asmodean, Asmodean. I would like to think that we are definitely getting Asmodean in season 3. I don't think Logain's going to be teaching Rand, even though we kind of toyed with that idea when season 2 was airing. I think we are getting Asmodean. And he certainly looks the part. He he has the singing chops to do so. He's a really talented singer. And remember, Asmodean was kind of, I wouldn't say hiding his identity as a Gleeman, but because he didn't change his appearance in any way, shape, or form like some other Forsaken did when they were hiding out. He was just himself performing music, and then he was the court bard to the Dragon Reborn, I guess is how they put it in the books. So I'm hoping he's playing Asmodean, because I think he'd do a really good job at it. But let me know in the comments down below what you folks think Bjorn could be playing. Like I said, the Phantom on X at least is pretty much set in the fact that he's probably playing Asmodean, but there are a number of other roles he could be playing. He could be playing one of the flashback characters from the Age of Legends. He could be playing an Aiel clan chief. That's possible as well. He could be doing any number of different roles, or he could just be a walk-on role without a substantial part as well. And remember that these actors and actresses that we're talking about today, we don't know what roles they're playing, so we don't even really know how big their parts are. Do they have multiple episodes? Do they have multiple lines? Are they recurring characters? We have no idea. This is all pure speculation based on their CVs and what they've done in the past, which is kind of fun. At least I think it's fun anyway. So let me know in the comments down below who you think Bjorn would be playing. All right, as promised, we're going to talk now about my store. This is set up through Fourth Wall. If you don't know what Fourth Wall is an avenue for creators to kind of easily set up stores to sell merchandise and showcase their items. This worked really, really well for me because it is completely hands-off. I don't have to do anything. You folks go there and you purchase something. You can pay with any major credit card. I've set it up so you can pay with PayPal as well. And then that item will be created by Fourth Wall and shipped to you from them. So I really don't have to do much in the way of merch. So anybody who's gotten a WoTIdol shirt before now, they're ones that I've had locally made here from a drafting center and then shipped them out. And I'm terrible at remembering to do stuff. So if I was going to send out a shirt to somebody, I would send it out. And it might come very late. It might be months after I promised to send it out. It eventually does get there. And my mail system here is not exactly the greatest either. Things tend to get lost fairly often or returned here. Mail system in my area is not great. We won't say much else about Canada Post other than that. So this is where you can purchase some WoTIdol gear. So the shirt's there, and a toque. If you're not Canadian, you don't know what a toque is. It's a beanie for you folks down south, or in other parts of the world. WoTIdol calf mugs, just a coffee mug, and then the hoodie. The hoodie is actually embroidered. It's pretty nice. It's the other ones are just kind of like silk screened on, like this one is here. Like it's just flat. You can feel the texture of it, but it's not really an image. The hoodie is actually embroidered though, so that's kind of cool. And you can set it to whatever you want. Right now, this is set to Canadian dollars, so the prices you see on here are in Canadian dollars. And this doesn't include shipping, I don't believe. It just depends on where you're at and how much the product weighs, so they'll figure that out. A little bit pricier than I would like, but we're able to set our own price point on here too, so I'm not really making much of a profit in any of this stuff at all. I set the price point as low as I was able to for a lot of this gear, mainly because like I'll be using the profits from this for giveaways. So if a bunch of you come out in the next couple of days and pick up a t-shirt or a hoodie, and the profits kind of build up at the store, one of the options that Fourth Wall has, which I think is a really neat one, is you can do giveaways of either the items in your store or hidden items. And I'm going to occasionally do new drops of different things. We'll talk about them here on the channel, either as giveaways. So when we hit 25k subscribers, I'll be using probably Fourth Wall to give something away. Maybe one of these things, if popular, if people like them. Maybe something else. You folks have probably seen the stickers of me floating around. Little Chibi John, my sister created those. They're fantastic. They'll probably be sold through here as well, but not something you can buy because the price point of stickers in Fourth Wall is crazy. It'll be something I'll give away or to ship out to you folks. But yeah, so keep a lookout on the channel for those things. I'm going to put this on my socials as well, probably later this evening. So if you really wanted a WoTIdol shirt or something else with WoTIdol merch branded on it, it's here. And I will change things occasionally here and there, but I'll announce them in my videos if I'm going to change things up and add something new. But these 4 items will be available at all times as long as they're available in Fourth Wall. So there's that. Now that's enough tooting my own horn and advertising myself, which I really don't like doing. That was kind of weird. Now we're going to talk about WoTIdol 2024. Yes, It's coming. It's coming very, very soon. In fact, I would say keep your eyes on socials in the next couple of days because you're going to see some stuff coming from us. So we'll do the announcement probably in the next bit, and I won't give you a time frame, but it's going to be soon on when 2024 is going to open for submissions, when we'll be doing our shows, and what's going to go on with those. Couple of small changes this year, but nothing too crazy. The updated 2024 rules are on WoTIdol.com. If you want to take a look at the past submissions from years gone past, they're on WoTIdol.com in playlists. There's also a bunch of playlists here on YouTube. So if you're new to the fandom, or if you're new to What Up, or if you're new to the Wheel of Time, and you don't know what WoTIdol is, you're missing out. So WoTIdol is, it's sort of a song parody contest created by a few creators. We affectionately have been called by the fandom the Village Council. It's not a name we coined for ourselves, but we do like it, so we do use it. So it's myself, Lauren from Unraveling the Pattern, Anas, the innkeeper over at the Dusty Wheel, and Matt Hatch, who was the original innkeeper of the Dusty Wheel, but he's on a break right now. So you'll be seeing me, Anas, and Lauren hosting a lot of WoTIdol stuff coming up in the next few weeks and months. WoTIdol is a good time. So basically, how it works is you pick a song, and the song has to be an existing song, and you have to use existing music, but you can use either like a karaoke track, or you can create your own music for it if you're musically talented. And you write a parody song that's based around or about Wheel of Time. It can be super meta. It can be about the books. It can be about the show. It can be about the fandom, as long as it's Wheel of Time related. And it's in what we call the spirit of WoTIdol. So it's not mean. It's not bullying. It's not derogatory. It doesn't have a heap tons of foul language, things of that nature. Try to keep it light and fun, and we're incredibly inclusive, and we're incredibly excited to see any submission. So it could be something as simple as just simple text on a screen, a background track, and someone singing. Or it could be elaborate productions. In the past, we've had some very, very elaborate videos given to us for WoTIdol, and we've had some very, very simple videos, and some simple videos have won everything. There are prizes. It is a competition, but the focus isn't on the prizes so much as is on getting the community together and doing something fun. So it works just like American Idol or Canadian Idol or any of the other idols you've seen, X Factor, I think, in the UK, where we are judges, but we don't judge anything. What we'll do is we'll gather all our submissions up, and we'll have a ton of submissions, and we'll do live shows. They are usually done on the Dusty Wheel, although we may change a couple of things up this year. It'll probably still almost exclusively be held on the Dusty Wheel on the YouTube channel, and we sit there and people watch live as we show these random pair-ups of these songs, and they vote on which ones go through. So it's a live call and talk show, the Dusty Wheel, that does live voting for all of these things, and then we narrow it all the way down to a couple of finalists, and then to a finale, and then a winner. And it's not us voting. You got to remember that we make commentary and everything, and the commentary is incredibly positive and uplifting and a whole lot of fun, and it's pretty funny. We've had in the past special guests, cast members from the show, other creators, people from the fandom just joining us, and we hope to have things of that nature again this year. We can't promise anything because we don't know yet. We probably won't know till day of. That's usually how it works. But either way, it's a whole lot of fun where basically the whole Wheel of Time fandom can come together as a community and just have a good time. That's what WoTIdol is all about, is having a good time and positivity and just having fun. I will say that musical talent or singing ability is not a requirement in any way, shape, or form. There have been people who don't sing at all regularly or don't play instruments, have still submitted videos, and they've still done quite well. It's more about the content, more about the effort and the love put into it. And the fandom generally as a whole recognizes that. So you can't sing if you can't play an instrument to save your life, like myself. You can still create a submission. So start thinking about it now. The only big thing I want to mention now is you can't share any part of the process with anyone else. And you can collaborate, but you can only have one submission under your name as singer or songwriter. We're encouraging collaboration among the community, but if you say help with 10, you're only going to be able to put your name on one of those, so to speak. So yeah, so start thinking about your submissions now. As WoTIdol gets closer, you're going to see stuff on my socials. You'll see stuff on Lauren from Unraveling the Pattern, the Dusty Wheel, maybe a few other people. We're going to share some things about this. And we'll talk about it more at length here on the channel. And I may dedicate a couple of episodes here on the channel just to WoTIdol this year. I haven't normally done that in the past. I probably will this time because I love WoTIdol a ton. And my audience, you folks here, a lot of you are diehard fans and you're very involved in WoTIdol every year, but we've grown a lot since last year and last WoTIdol. I'm going to say we probably got 10,000 new subscribers, 10,000 new faces to the channel that don't know what WoTIdol is. So I'll be doing whole breakdown videos on what it is, how to submit, and whatnot when we finally open submissions. So keep your eyes peeled on socials for the next little bit for that stuff. It's a whole lot of fun, and I can't wait to dive into it again this year with you folks and the other members of the Village Council. So if you have any comments at all about WoTIdol, leave them down below. If there's anything you want to see in the merch store, of course, leave that down below too. Fourth Wall is pretty good. They have hundreds of products that you can throw it up on. I have to do that, of course. If you want something special, let me know. I could probably make that happen. Either way, thank you so very much for sticking with us here to the very end. Here's to many more.